Here's something most men will never understand. The less you chase a woman, the more she wants you. It sounds completely backwards, but it's one of the most consistent truths in attraction. While 99% of guys are blowing up her phone, over-investing, sending good morning texts, planning dates, and desperately trying to keep her interested, a small percentage of men with real standards do the exact opposite. They ignore, not out of anger or games, but out of deep self-respect. And women end up chasing them. Today I'm breaking down the exact 8 reasons why men of high standards ignore women. These aren't cheap pickup tricks or surface-level games. These are forged-in-fire truths that turn weak, reactive, approval-seeking guys into unbreakable forces who command respect without even trying. Reason 1. They treat their own peace as the most valuable asset they own. A man of high standards has already done the hard work of building a life he actually enjoys waking up to. He's not willing to let anyone disrupt that with late-night drama, flaky plans, or emotional roller coasters. When a woman brings inconsistency or low effort, he simply steps back. Not out of anger, but because he knows his mental clarity is the foundation of everything else he's building. One pointless argument or unanswered text can derail an entire productive day. By ignoring those signals early, he keeps his focus razor sharp on his goals instead of wasting it on someone who isn't matching his energy. Women notice when a man's world keeps spinning perfectly fine without them. It creates instant curiosity and respect. Reason 2. They understand attention is the new currency, and they don't spend it cheaply. Every message, every like, every haha reply is an investment of his most limited resource, time and focus. High-standard men have learned the hard way that handing out attention freely makes it worthless. They wait for genuine effort before they invest. While other guys are triple texting and sending memes at 2 a.m., he's asleep, building his body, or closing deals. That deliberate scarcity makes every bit of attention he does feel like gold. She starts wondering why this one man isn't orbiting her like everyone else. And that wondering turns into pursuit. Reason 3. They refuse to put any woman on a pedestal, no matter how attractive she is. They admire beauty, they enjoy connection, but they never confuse admiration with worship. The moment a man starts acting like a woman's presence is a gift he doesn't deserve, he loses his frame. High-standard men keep their self-respect intact at all times. They treat women as equals who must earn deeper access, not as goddesses who get automatic priority. This calm self-possession is magnetic because it's so rare. She senses she's dealing with someone who already feels complete, and that flips the dynamic instantly. Reason 4. Their primary obsession is building their own empire, not orbiting hers. These men are deeply invested in their mission: career growth, physical prime, skills, financial freedom, personal standards. That mission comes first, always. When you're genuinely busy creating something meaningful, you naturally don't have hours to waste on low-effort texting marathons. Women pick up on that unbreakable focus, and it becomes attractive. They want to be part of a man's world, not the center of it. By ignoring distractions and staying locked on his path, he becomes the kind of man worth chasing. Reason 5. They enforce crystal-clear boundaries without long explanations. If she flakes once, replies with one-word answers, or shows up with attitude, he doesn't negotiate or send paragraphs about communication. He simply pulls back. No drama, no lectures, no second chances for bad behavior. This quiet enforcement shows massive self-respect. Most men are terrified of losing her, so they tolerate nonsense. High-standard men know tolerating nonsense trains her to give more nonsense. Walking away early sends a louder message than any speech ever could. Reason 6. They let silence do the heavy lifting in conversations. Instead of filling every gap with jokes, questions, or compliments, they let her carry the weight. They reply thoughtfully when it feels right, but they're comfortable with space. That space forces her to invest. She starts double texting, asking about his day, suggesting plans. His silence becomes a mirror that shows her exactly how interested she really is. When he does engage, it lands with 10 times more impact because it was never forced. Reason 7. They are already complete on their own and don't need her to fill any voids. They've done the inner work. They enjoy their own company, their routines, their friends, their growth. A woman is a welcome addition, never a requirement for happiness. This freedom changes everything. She doesn't feel like she's being used to fix his insecurities. She feels chosen by a man who could easily walk away and still thrive. That choice feels powerful and rare, so she naturally starts working harder to keep it. Reason 8. They use strategic ignoring as the ultimate filter for real interest. Early on, they pull back slightly and simply observe. If she steps up, reaches out first, makes plans, shows consistent effort, she's in. If she fades away the moment the chase stops, she was never truly interested anyway. This saves months of emotional investment on people who were just enjoying the attention. It's efficient, honest, and protects his time like nothing else can. Each of these reasons works together to create a completely different energy. When you stop chasing and start living at this level, women feel the shift immediately. Your calm, focused, high-standard presence becomes irresistible because it's real. You're no longer performing for approval. You're simply being the man you've decided to become. Start small today. Pick one area where you've been overinvesting and pull back. Watch what happens. The right woman will notice and move toward you. The wrong ones will disappear, and that's the point. You don't need more tricks. You need higher standards. Apply these 8 reasons consistently, and your entire dating reality changes. If this hit you hard, comment Stoic below. I read every single one. Subscribe and turn on post notifications. The next one is even stronger. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to start living like a man of high standards. Close this video right now and take one action today. Your future self is already thanking you.